not so hard to find a buyer for you. When money talks, you're under its spell. Ah, but what do you have when there's nothing left to sell?
Hey everybody, it's me, Alan Strickland Williams. This is Finding My Audience with Alan Strickland Williams. You're the audience, and I am the guy. The reason for the season. He is risen. It's Easter. It's Easter, everybody. Happy Sunday. It's also 4:20. It's 5:38 p.m. It is. Let's see. What's the weather like today? It was beautiful. I'll tell you what it was. It was beautiful. It's 68 degrees now. I went on a lovely... Oh, wait. I need to do this. I forgot to do that earlier. I think that I actually might have the thing I did. That's the clapping you got to do to sync it up. When I did the test, it looked like the video was actually already synced up with the sound, but you can never be sure with this stuff. I'm squeezing this in too. I've done a lot already this weekend. I've still got more to do, and it's Sunday. I should be resting right now. I should be doing what Jesus was doing before he did his grand return for his big magic trick. I don't know. It's kind of stupid to be all anti-religion and all that stuff, but it is the cause of literally every problem in the world. So I don't really know what you want me to do about that. But I hope you had a good Easter. I hope you celebrated. I hope you and your people, your folks got together and surrounded a honey-baked ham and warmed your hands by the ham and ceremoniously passed it around. Obviously, since 420 lands on Easter, I hope you guys made a ham bong. I hope you guys did ham hits. This was something really big in my family growing up on those special times when Easter would fall on 420. Here's what I'm doing. Oh, how are you guys doing? Thank you guys for sticking around. Thanks for listening to the Patreons. Thank you. Hated to see a long-standing Patreon leave, but I can't blame her. I keep talking about making the $1 tier. I haven't done it yet. I have shows coming up this week and next week, so pretty much all the time that I would have taken outside of work and stuff to prep for the pod, I have instead used to go to Mike's. And I'm thinking, okay, what do I need to do? How do I bring my worlds together? How do I save myself time? Oh, and I'm casual Al today. If you're watching, I've got a tank on. Right, I had to take it off for the cans. But did I find a Rockstar energy drink trucker hat? I've been going through a lot of house stuff, cleaning stuff out. Did I find a Rockstar energy drink trucker hat from I'm guessing 2006, made in China? I don't know if you guys can believe that. But let's see if there's an actual date on here. No date. But Rockstar kind of came on the scene around then. But I think this is old. I think that it looks gross on the inside, and I kept it because I said, you know what? There's going to be a time when I want this Rockstar Energy hat, and that was this weekend when I finally started to put the actual elbow grease into some projects I've been wanting to do for a while in my apartment. A long time ago, I have this office, 3-bed, 2-bath. Don't worry about it. Terrible landlord. Awful. Spent a whole year wanting to maybe K my S and K my L, if you know what I am saying to you. But I finally started moving on this thing. I basically took everything that was on a frame or on a wall. I took it down. I reorganized. I dusted everything. I'm doing real spring cleaning stuff. And what I wanted to do in that office, I painted it a long time ago. I did a bad job. I don't know if you can imagine that. I did a really bad job painting it. And so I had the paint left over. I hit it again. I think it's like, I looked in, it's already kind of dried. I think it looks great. I don't know. I just got a bug up my butt to do all this stuff, but I did it. And, what happened was I took everything down. I got like all the stuff to paint. I got like the rollers. I got the extended thing. I got the drop cloths. I got the little trays and whatever. I had some sticks to stir the paint, to make your potion that you put on your wall. And I just started doing it. I finally got moving on it, and I did that today. And I was like, I'm gonna need this hat for a certain thing, and that was for painting. You can tell that there is some, I believe that's key lime green. I believe I got key lime green paint way back in the day. Might be mint. I like very bright colors because I am depressed, I guess. I don't know. I like it. It kind of jazzes things up. But yeah, so I'm casual. What did I do? I did that. I started my day off with some pancakes from Philippe's. Philippe's, it's not just for sandwiches anymore. If you're in the Los Angeles area, go to Philippe's. Come on, with a great price point. The inventor of the French dip sandwich. That's just it's a sandwich and they put it in the juice stuff. In 1 week I had Kohl's. Kohl's is the sort of rival. Kohl's is a different vibe. Kohl's is basically a bar, but they also have the French dip, much higher price point. And I gotta say, in the same week I had the Kohl's French dip and the Philippe's French dip. I did not have French dip for breakfast today. I had the pancakes, but a couple weeks ago I did that. And Philippe's is just better. I mean, Kohl's is a totally different thing. Kohl's is a bar. I mean, that was funny, actually. I walked in, and a guy that I recognized kind of from Jump, but he was kind of having a good time. He was lit up, and he like bounded out of his booth and came up to me and he was like, "I know you. You're a comic. Your name's Alan." And I was like, "Yeah, and you're a musician." And I think back in the day at Nerd Melt, I think we crossed paths or something like that. But anyway. That's not really here nor there. Let's see what I would say. So I started the painting. I got that done. I'm feeling good. And then I'm co-hosting tonight Loose, Megan Keister and Allison Stevenson's show. I'm co-hosting that with Meg. And I have these shows coming up. And then I did laundry. I've been doing chore stuff all day. I've been running crazy all day. And I'm like, okay, I really would like to do the pod, but I also need to figure out what I'm going to do for my set. And I have all these recordings that I need to listen to. I'll record my set when I do it at like an open mic, and I never listen to it. So what we're going to do now, forgive the indulgence, but hey, it's my pod, it's my rules. And I can kind of do what I want to do. So let's see, let's make a note. I'll do this for Loose. And these are actually for shows. And we're going to go through, we're going to listen. If you don't like this, I don't blame you. But we're going to do it. We're going to listen to some of these sets. Now, these kind of run the gamut. Some of these were back from like December of last year. And then through up to here. The whole thing with this podcast too, and all this in general, I hate watching myself. I hate knowing that I've been on stage. Like it's so, I went on stage. How pathetic, you know? That is kind of how I feel about performing in general. It's just like, really? Like, if they're really, and I guess there is a way, this podcast, to just write jokes and tell jokes without needing the actual audience there. And I guess Twitter is kind of like that too. But I guess you got to do it. If you want to bite the other things, they want to see you up there. They want to see you shucking and jiving. They really do. So what we're going to do is we're going to listen to some of these. I think I got this set up so it works. If it doesn't, we'll be upset. I'll be upset. But I don't want to press anything too much. I will say, I guess, that these are all very raw. The audio's bad too. Guess what? Guess what? You're listening to a podcast. Guess what we're about to do? We're about to listen to some which the audio is going to be bad. But I think I have the ability to sort of stop, comment on it. There might be some repeat jokes. Some of these might be some of the context I might not understand. But I've got a couple of them here. I don't think we'll have time for everything. But when should I make my heart out here? We've already done almost 10 minutes. Fantastic. Enough time. How are you? Is everything crazy right now for you? It was so gloomy in LA. We had like 1 week of like where the sun was not coming out. I really wanted to die. I just can't handle it. I just can't. I talk a lot of S about the sun, but I need it. I need it so badly. It's and when I don't, and that's the other thing too. I've been cutting so much stuff out of my life, and I'm like, I can't be cutting drinking and drugs and partying and basically socializing in general out of my life. And then the weather sucks. Oh, give me a break. Being alive is such a burden. Anyway, let's get into it. I think this says set 1. I don't know when this is from. Let's do it.
Strickland Williams!
Thank guys. Hello. I'm Alex Williams. I think I was mourning incorrectly. Okay, this is after David Lynch died. I think this might be the day after. Megan Keister was. Megan and I went to a. This is from Skunk Room at the Elysian. Megan and I went to a podcast, and I think she talked about people mourning David Lynch incorrectly or something like that. Anyway, here we go. I put on Eraserhead, and I had the thought, damn, Eraserhead's neighbor is kind of fine. So I don't know, that might not be correct to do that. Hey, maybe I should do that one for a set. Just kidding. Impression for the older people in the crowd. This is this is really bad. For the younger as well, this is Bill Clinton on TikTok. This is Bill Clinton on TikTok. I did not have sexual. Because you can't say sex. So I gotta do. AI is sad today. Big ups for AI. The Chinese AI made the American AI sad today. Sorry to hear about that. Sorry to that. But I mean, think about AI. And like, we all know AI is gonna like take over the world and like be in charge. But we're like treating AI in a kind of a dangerous way because all we do online is make fun of its art. That's all I'm gonna say about that. You guys ever go on so many emotional roller coasters that regular roller coasters have lost all meaning? I kind of like that. So the AI one I know I was going to tell already, and that's kind of like a weird version of it, but I'll do the AI one. I saw the emotional roller coaster in my notes, and I couldn't remember what it was, which I guess is why we do this. Oh, my alarm is going off for my to take my meds. I got to remember to do that. Emotional roller coaster that regulars have. That would work, I think, in I think what my set's going to be kind of coming up. It's going to be start off with the AI thing and then one-liners and then end on my infamous too many dogs in the Silver Lake Meadow. I have a lot of shows on the east side around the Silver Lake Reservoir. Probably can't do that everywhere. But I think for these, it's what it's going to be. So I think that joke might actually work if it's just in like kind of a series of one-liners. I could be wrong, but now that I remember what it is, that's great. Let's keep going. Nope, that's not what it's going to do. Yes. And again. Who cares? Chunk was in California, just what we need during fire season, more hot air. Why do people laugh at that? Don't know what I'm doing up here. You guys see all these celebrities lost their mind. Whitney Cummings, friend of the room, lost her mind. She kept saying that there's like, her new thing is like, there's a This was right after the fires or during them, I don't know. Conspiracy of these underground tunnels that only a couple people use. I'm like, it's the subway. That's just the subway. I don't know. That never really worked. I thought that would work better, and now it feels kind of, not timely now. A bad rap, and so is polyamory. I think we got. Oh wait, hold on. Let's go back to this. I think there's something. Sports betting is getting a bad rap, and so is polyamory. I think we got to bring them together. I want to bet on polyamorous relationships. I want to do a parlay on a throuple in Bushwick. What I do with that one? That's not where we live. Hey, let's try to get through this. Here's let's see. I think I'd be a good cop because I think I just say. Cops on a TV show always say inappropriate stuff when they see the dead body. I'd just be like, I'll have what he's having. Let's go on with that. Thank you guys so much. All right, so what was that? There's the cop thing. I don't think that's really anything. I mean, that could be just a one-liner. But the sports betting, polyamory, let's definitely do that. And I think just in general, I got to take more time. I mean, it's a 3-minute mic, but I got to just like chill when I get up there. Remind me to do that. If you see me, if I'm at a show and you see me, remind me to chill. Remind yourself. All right, let's keep going. What was that thing? It's about I think I'd be a good cop. I'll have what he's having. I mean, I don't know. People laugh, but I think they're being really generous. But it's under contention. Let's do it like that. What I usually do when I listen to stuff, if I ever do it, it's like there's yes, there's maybe, And then there's no. And this time I'm just not writing the no's down, but we'll put sexual there. All right. Okay. Hey, we got through one. Not that bad. Let's keep going.
Thanks, y'all. Hi, my name's Strickland Williams. I'm going to tell you like 7 jokes. Thank you. What do you call Katy Perry in outer space for 10 minutes? A good start. All right, let's get into this.
I don't know if you heard, but Katy Perry went into space. That's not that bad. I think that could work. That could work tonight. I think Meg would like that, maybe even in the up in co-hosting. Maybe I'll tell that one. Katy Perry in space for 10 minutes, and we're still doing good on time. I don't know. So we ran the gamut there. We ran when was the fires? They were January. This is from like literally this week. Anyway,
let's see. You can probably tell I've got some nervous energy tonight. I bet you know why. New pants. New pants out for the first time. Got my new pants out. They got a leg straighter than I'm used to, but we're doing it. You guys ever do that? You guys ever get new clothes? You guys ever wear your new clothes out and you're like, oh, I hope this works, and I hope everyone doesn't stone me to death for wearing new clothes. That's kind of where I'm at with that. Let's see.
The funny part of that was I think it's funny to. Is anyone else? I'm like that. Because I wear the same thing. I've worn the same thing essentially since maybe like senior year of high school. So when I do wear something different, to me, and now even as I'm saying it, no one cares. No one cares what you're doing. But to me, I'm like, everyone's gonna hate me because I'm wearing new pants. That to me is what's really funny about that. And then the stoning thing. Maybe it's too far. Maybe I shouldn't bring up stoning right now when with what's going on. Let's keep going.
A couple thoughts on AI.
There's the AI thing.
I think no one's really talking about this. I think there's a big worry with AI. It's like, yes, there's the worry that it will take over the world. And yes, now that we put that in AI's head, it's going to at least try, right? Like, why wouldn't it?
That's a better setup. That's how you should set it up.
But the other thing that we do all day online with AI is we make fun of its art.
I do love jokes like this. I love jokes where you don't really even have to say the thing, where you just float it, and it's a risk because people are dumb, but more people are kind of getting the gist of this than I thought would, because we're turning into a Nazi state.
You remember what happened last time? Something obsessed with world domination was rejected on the basis for its. I'm over.
I think that what I also should do for that, let me write this down. I need to do something where it's like, we need to stop doing that, and we need to be like, oh my God, those hands look great. They look really realistic. Something like that. You know what I'm saying? We need to be like, oh my God, your hands look great. Your hands look great. There are the right number of fingers and everything. Something like that. Oh my God, your hands are great. There are the right number. Hey, it's a teaching podcast. Remember when I said that? There are the right number of fingers. And see, for me too, it's like everything that I think of basically starts as a one-liner. So now I'm like, oh, I just added 3 seconds to the AI bit. Awesome. Let's keep rolling. Wait, let's go back a little bit. I don't remember what this
was rejected on the basis for its. I'm over the two. Why is it just bath and shower?
Here's a bit I've been trying to make work for months.
Over it. I want something else. You ever get in the tub? I get in the tub and I'm like, I'm here. What now? You know? 2 more guys come in, we're going to rub a dub. What's that? Shower, you're like in a cartoon. I'm over it. I want something else. People say, how?
There's some weird clicking thing going on with this.
Hose? That's just a shower. Bad news, guys. Turns out marijuana is a gateway drug. Found that out the hard way.
That got nothing, but that is, I think that's a pretty good joke. I don't, let me put it in the maybe, but it's like, yeah, that's the whole thing. It's like, bad news, everybody. Turns out marijuana, it was a gateway. Maybe I should say what? Maybe gateway drug isn't a thing really anymore. That is a young Mike. But I think, I mean, basically, like, or maybe the joke needs to be more like, I don't know if marijuana is a gateway drug, because this is where it heads. It goes to, but it is a on the way drug. You do it on the way to doing other things. Or maybe it's just not funny, but I'm going to keep thinking about that one. I didn't mean to click that. Go away. Okay, let's see. Let's go back to this.
I got an air purifier. I don't really care about the health benefits, but it is just nice every once in a while to feel like you're in a bowling alley. How's that for an act out right there?
That's pretty good. I forgot I wrote that. I need to put that down. Let's put that in here. Let's do air purifier bowling alley. I mean, I know maybe there are different ones, but the one I have it, and I did that by accident. I was on my couch supine, and the air purifier was right there, and I kind of literally just put my hand out, and I felt the rush, and I'm like, oh, that literally just feels like you're at the little bowling thing. Just a little behind the joke. We're 22 minutes. Oh my God. Oh, I hope I'm not screwing something up with this.
Pretty good. Let's see. I listen to the radio a lot. A lot of interesting things are happening on the radio. There's this one window repair commercial on the radio where right off the bat they're like, and we won't damage your home. Now, first off, it's like, okay, well, I don't know if they're going to damage my home, but I imagine at some point you have damaged your home. That's why you need to say it. Then they go further. They say, your house could be covered in potato chips and we wouldn't break one. Dubious, right? Not accidentally. And you're not just going to grab one when you're hungry. I just don't know if I can trust you at all. Hey, you ever been hooking up with someone and they're really giving it to you and you're like, former theater kid. All right, I'm not sure.
That's what we're calling a new classic theater kid. Let's put that in the yes file. And then, yeah, I don't know really what to do about that one. That's, what was that one? My memory is so crazy bad. What
right off the bat, they're like, and we won't damage your home.
Oh, right, that one. Yeah, this is a real ad. And the guy, I need to, like, explain it better, too, because the guy sounds desperate. He sounds like he's damaged every home that he's ever worked on. And, like, he spent all the last money on this ad to try and get more work. But he goes like, your house could be covered in potato chips. And it's like, why would it be? Why would it be covered in potato chips? You ever feel like, I feel like there's sometimes you write a joke that like you can't sell, but someone else, like it would just fit into their whole thing easily and they wouldn't even have to try to it. Like that to me, that sounds like something that one of the preeminent sleepy comedians could do very well. I'm not going to name names, but might be hosting the Emmys next year or this year rather. Anyway, that was that set. Let's try another one. I mean, we're kind of covering some ground. This is helpful for me. Thank you. I can't imagine anyone's going to listen to this, but we're gonna keep going. And sorry, I'm going to try to turn the volume down. They've been blasting everybody. But let's just try to keep the volume blast down, and let's just try to blast everybody with really smart, good comedy.
Here for Alan Strickland, Williams!
Thanks, Harvard. Thank you, guys. Thank you. Applause yourselves for being here. Wednesday, yes. Hello, Mountain Williams. Let's see. Oh, first off, Florida cousins. Alec, you'll appreciate this. Just found out my Florida cousin just became a cop for Florida State University.
And heads up to my cuz. I'm glad he's okay because there's the shooting there. He had to rush to the scene. Hero.
This is something he's been trying to do for years. I got the text the day Kamala took over Biden. I was like, everything's evening out in the larger me universe. Let's see. Oh, and they sent me a video of him getting tased. That's like how they get you. That's like part of the getting into becoming a cop. They tase you. And they were having a lot of fun. I don't mind when people find out that I'm a comedian out of the office because I've been so beaten down and I've given up completely. And Hollywood said bye, and I say good riddance, you fucking pedophiles or whatever.
So I don't know what was going on at this mic, but I guess someone was talking about cousins and being found out about being a comic at the office.
But I like it now because if people find out, and then people be like trying to be funny with me, I go, "This is a place of business." That kind of gets a good laugh. I've been having a rough time.
I can't use that for anything without that making me laugh.
Recently, I just did things with this woman, and it's been really, really rough. She's been really hard on me. I guess I should have known because she had one of those shirts that said 99% devil, 1% angel.
Classic.
Should have known.
I don't think
That's
I
a
can
joke.
use that,
She's
though.
actually told those 23 than me. She's actually 97% angel, but oh, that 3%. Let's see. Okay, I don't really know how to do this because I don't really do stuff like this. But let's see. They're talking. JD Vance is now calling out childless cat ladies. They're saying that people that don't have kids shouldn't be part of the governmental process. I believe it's time to come together. I think Kamal's a good opportunity for this. With that being said, parents shouldn't be allowed to vote. Parents should not be allowed anywhere near the halls of power. If you have had a child within the past 5 years, you have misread the room entirely. And because you need a little buddy, another life must pay. You're playing existential hot potato with future generations. It's not right.
Yeah, see, I don't know how to, and it's weird too, because this stuff kind of actually does make me really mad, and it's such a weird thing because you're not allowed, because it's life, but being alive is bad, you know, I just always go to is life fair? No. Well, then is it fair to, or why would you want to put someone in an unfair position, I guess is the basic thing for me, more so than resources or whatever the hell. That's kind of all what it comes down to me. Now that being said, you could, that's why I'm like, adopts, but people want to have their own, and I get that too. I'm not even trying to, again, I'm just kind of sprouting now, and I'm wrong, right? Like it doesn't matter. I'm wrong. But I think it's so funny to talk about parents not being allowed to vote. Like if I saw someone doing that, I would just lose my shit. So I need to figure out how to do it better. That's nowhere near close to being ready, but I need to write that down because here's the thing about me too, is like I straight up forgot about that. Parents shouldn't be allowed to vote, and it's not like that's not going to be topical in some way for the next however many years. Parents shouldn't be allowed to vote. And there's also part of it too where it's like having the decision of a family is so crazy now, like we can't trust with anything else. And then I think part of the argument is have you ever been inside a family's home? It's so disgusting. Like a family with young kids, just complete madness. It's you shouldn't be allowed to vote. You don't know what you're doing. You're out of control. Okay, what else you got?
You're lost in the sauce. And the sauce is your cum going out before your eyes.
That's right. The sauce is your cum. I just can't be this angry, I think.
Streets. Just needed to say that. I was my mother was with my niece. They FaceTimed me. My niece is 3 or whatever, and my niece goes, "Where's his mommy?" And I was like, "Girl, you got no idea." Buckle up, because you're not gonna believe who.
I've been meaning to want to do a joke about that. I don't think that really works, but my niece told me that I was her best friend, and it was she's 3. She was like, "Uncle Alan, you're my best friend," and I was like, "Oh my God, I have a soul, oh my God." But then I've been hearing that she's this is a thing of hers. She's like Nana is her best friend, and her mom is her best friend. So fuck that bitch. Something like that. I don't know. Oh God, I gotta try that at a mic. Maybe I'll try that tonight. Maybe we'll try that tonight. But I don't want to say her name. Niece's best friend. I don't know. Is it okay to say their name? Is it okay to show their face? I don't know. I'm not a parent. I don't deal with this stuff. What are we? Almost have 4. Yeah.
My mommy is. I know I'm getting old because when I'm hanging out with friends and there comes a time maybe to cheers or just to remark on things, we've started saying, at least we have our health. What the fuck am I caring about my health? And when
There's a way cleaner that it's we started toasting to our health, but that usually gets a good another one I completely forgot about. Toasting to our health. Older. Cool.
I was writing that joke down, I was like, you know what, I should schedule a physical. Fuck, I'm gonna die.
Don't need all that
Let's
extra
see,
stuff
I'll
on.
know this. I'm trying to commit more. I'm one of those guys. I'm one of those guys in LA, non-monogamous guys in LA, but I am trying to commit more. I'm trying to think about settling down. So now, when I masturbate, one tab of porn. What I go into with the dance with is who I'm walking out with. I'm not clicking around anymore. I'm settling down. I'm Alex Strickland. Thank you guys so much.
I like that joke. That joke really speaks to me. We're gonna put that in the maybe. I think that could work. Again, it's like, I think, an open mic is just a weird amount of time. It's 3 minutes. You're jamming it in. You're trying all sorts of crazy stuff. I don't really think at all about a through line to especially a 3-minute mic. I'm just trying to be like, what jokes do I want to tell the most? And I'm so bad. Like, I'm reading everything off a page basically when I do a mic. So that's what I'm trying to do for these upcoming shows. I want to like pick things and I want to just memorize it and go over it again and again, because you just lose. It's so stupid too. I'm like, you really can't just laugh because it really takes you out of it when someone looks at their notes. I guess it does. I don't know if I feel like that when I'm watching someone, but I can understand that why it would. Now at a mic, I'm like, give me a break. At a show where people pay, we're having a totally different convo there. And that's why I want to get beyond that, because if you can just keep it going and you just, even like, you're literally just staring at them and then like you get like 30% more response. It's like, hey comedians, try this one weird trick. Oh God. All right, let's see. I'm kind of you know what, we've only got a couple more. Let's just keep going.
Right now, let's hear for Alan Strickland Williams!
Louis said he was sorry.
Okay, that was definitely after Megan, someone went off about Louis C.K. All right.
And my doll does a lot more than that. Okay. Lou Pearlman, I'm from Florida. I'm from the bunk part of Florida. I'm from outside Jacksonville.
Lou Pearlman, he was the Backstreet Boys NSYNC or what? He was a boy band guy. He was a really gross guy anyway.
There was, I graduated like 04 in high school. This is prime boy band time. I went to high school with 4 brothers named the Johnson Brothers. They were musicians. They had treble clefs tattooed on their songs. They were so
true.
bad at music that Lou Pearlman rejected them. I remember it was a big deal when they were going down to Orlando to audition, and the next day in chorus, how'd it go?
I was doing the cut.
You guys remember that earthquake? Yeah. Earthquake. I don't know if this is a good sign of how I'm doing or not, but when the earthquake happened, I was at work, I was at a desk, and I went to go under the desk, and then I just went, nah, and just went back. So that's right. During 9/11,
I don't know. Maybe that could be that's kind of a good one. Earthquake. Let's put that under maybe. Earthquake desk. But you can't do too many about being depressed and stuff.
Stewart, go by Freedom Stewart. Okay, sorry, had to do that.
Wait, what was? Oh, Freedom.
There are too many dogs in the Silver Lake Meadow. I'm sorry, I have to say it. There are too many dogs in the Silver Lake Meadow.
If I saw someone doing this, oh man, I'd hope they're an STD after this show.
There are 2 dog parks at the Silver Lake Reservoir. You are taking up human park space. This is how I deal with it. There literally were more dogs this morning in the meadow than there were humans. I had to go up to the people with their dogs. I go, oh my God, can I pet your dog? And I just go down to it and I go, you're not supposed to be here. I'm kidding, I'm not going to do that, but I have literally ordered signs that say dogs will be shot, which I'm going to put on the gates. I am going to do that.
Still haven't done that yet, by the way. I'm waiting until we're at the point with the weather here where there's no cloudy days, because I want that to be up for as many people to see it as possible. So I think we're very close to it. I think we're very close. I'm looking at the signs. Guys, I wish I had another angle. If I had another angle right now, we'd cut to the signs. They're upside down. But they are literally right there.
Bernie Sanders was on Theo Vaughn's podcast today. You gotta watch this, guys. I watch this stuff so you don't have to. At one point, they're talking about healthcare, and Theo Vaughn, or Bernie's like, you have to do all this paperwork. And then Theo Vaughn's like, that's bureaucracy, right? And Bernie Sanders goes, that's right.
That's all true.
They put on movies in the kitchen at the office, and today they had on Deadpool, and I accidentally, like the first one I believe, I accidentally caught a glimpse of Deadpool. I hate to say it, guys. Deadpool, he got cancer. That's why he's like that. Deadpool has been humanized. The poor guy's got cancer. That's why he's saying like.
I don't know if there's any way to make that work, but I do think there is something, because Deadpool, I've never seen Deadpool. I know he has like one-liners, and he's like breaking the frame, or what do you call it, breaking the fourth wall all the time. But I had no idea what his like comic book origin was, and yeah, I guess it's like he gets cancer, and then like the love of his life, I think, basically dumps him because he has cancer or something like that. And I'm watching that, I'm like, that sucks. I can see turning into a real POS if that happened to me. God forbid. Knock, knock. I don't want to knock, so it messes up the thing. Did not. Probably going to get cancer now.
Crazy stuff. It's like when I saw the Hot Tour girl on Club Random with Bill Maher. Found out her mom's a crack addict. Now I'm a fan of the Hot Tour girl.
That's true too.
I'm going back to therapy. At one point, is it polite? No, sorry, I didn't. No, fuck that. I got a lady therapist for the first time, and it's rocking my world. I'm pretty locked in. I hate a you got a sec motherfucker. You know these people, you got a sec?
This never works, but I think this is so
funny. I don't. Let's see. I'll go on that. Thank you guys very much.
Okay, let's see. We're hitting 40 minutes almost here, and we've listened to 4, I think, sets. I really don't. God, there are only 2 more left. Let's just go ahead.
On deck is Emma Pope doing a little bit of a longer set. But coming to the stage right now, Strickland Williams.
Yeah, all right. Give it up for yourselves and your host. All right. I'm really more of a low energy comic. Okay, hi, I'm Al Strickland. I'm going to tell you 7 jokes. You guys hear this rumor about Nazi Richard Gere? You guys heard the rumor about Nazi Richard Gere? Shoved a Goebbels up his ass. Shoved a Goebbels up his ass. I know I'm getting old because when I'm with like a group of my friends that are my age, and we're like, maybe we're having a drink, we'll start toasting to our health.
That's a better
I
word for
started
that.
caring about my fucking health. I like thought of that joke, and I was like, you know what? I really should get a physical. I'm like, what the fuck am I doing? Jesus Christ. I'm one of those guys in Los Angeles, one of those non-monogamous guys. Everyone loves me. But I'm trying to settle down. I'm getting older. So now, when I jerk off, 1 tap of porn.
I fucked that up. I thought you were saying of.
When I go to the dance with, that's what I'm coming home with. 1 tap.
I said of weird. I messed up a 2-letter word there. I stuttered on of. Stuttered on of. And then I keep, what is the thing? Go home. What is the actual saying? Because I don't think I've ever said it right. It's like go home or go to the dance with the one who, what is it? Go to the dance with who brought you? That doesn't make, go home. the saying, go home with who brought you to the dance. Go home with who brought you to the dance. I'm going to go home with who brought me to the dance. Okay. All right. Go home with who brought you to the dance. Important that I figured that out. All right, let's go.
I got woman troubles. Oh boy, let me tell you, I got woman troubles. This last woman I dated got in trouble. I should have known because
Oh, this is that one again.
She was 99% devil and 1% angel. I should have known. That was really on me. That was really on me. I don't have any faith
I did bad in this,
humanity,
Mike.
because globally, we made the choice to go back to the office.
Yeah.
We all did that across the world. We said, you know what? I want to go back. I want to use one-ply toilet paper that makes my ass bleed. That's what we all did.
Might have been a little TMI here. Might have been a little too real for the people. But yeah, I was trying to do that for a minute about how, like, you know, like the one good thing we could have gotten out of the pandemic was, you know, office culture kind of going away. And I don't even mean it has to go away fully, but it's so crazy that like we snapped back to this, and that I mean, I guess I don't really know what to do about it, but I think what you got to do is just, you got to try not to go to work if you can't. It's just dumb. Like when you're on your way to work, you could be literally working. That's the part that I just don't get. And sometimes, yeah, you have to be there with people to do a certain thing, XYZ, whatever. A lot of people don't have that luxury at all. I get that. Maybe you go, maybe one way to justify it is you go to be, it's like when someone shaves their head with someone that has to go through chemotherapy or something. You go to the office in solidarity with the workers who have no other choice.
That is not a cool move. That is a cuck move, going back to the office.
Yeah,
exactly.
exactly.
Who's not at the office? The guy who's at home fucking your wife.
There you go. No, this is a bad
I hate that you got a sec, motherfucker.
I'm still trying to make this
I hate
thing
that you
work.
got a sec, motherfucker.
No,
I just
nothing.
can't deal with that. Let's see. The
And in my mind, I'm like, this is because I messed up the word of.
Republicans are coming out now and calling Democrats like childless cat ladies, and saying that single people with no kids have no stake in America, and don't really know what's going on.
Yeah, I had steak in America last night.
And I just want to say, present company excluded, of course, but parents shouldn't be allowed to vote.
This is the other thing about it too, is that like then you're literally doing this joke in front of people that you like that are parents, and you're like, I guess maybe what I'm supposed to do is not think about them and be a sociopath. A lot of times I feel like, especially with comedy, what you're supposed to do is be the biggest form of a sociopath you can be. That seems to be what works the most. But you know, that's just one man's opinion anyway. I think, is this going to take us there?
Okay? Parents should not be allowed to vote. If you've had Let's Be Generous kids in the past 5 years, you have misread the room entirely. Your existential dread has led you to make a little buddy, and now another life must suffer.
I messed that up too. It needs to be about like, what, you need a little buddy. So now you're playing existential hot potato. I feel like that's the way it should be.
You know, you're playing existential hot potato. You're lost in the sauce, which is, of course, your own cum.
Yeah.
I'll go out on that.
Yeah, I always like to hear but again, you know, hey, that's the thing about mics too. Sometimes you're doing good stuff and they don't like you or whatever. But most of these mics are actually pretty good. Let's just see what this one's like.
You know, but yeah, I love Kim. Everything she look good in him, bro. You don't watch for the act, you watch for the ass.
This is a really bad quality. Let's go to one more second. We might just forget this.
Fam, hell yeah. Yeah, that quick. I'll give it up for Skylar, Bless, Steve, Hope, Chatterbox fam, hell yeah.
Oh, Chatterbox.
Yeah, that quake, man. It was weird because it was like long enough for you to like decide what to do, and like I started to go under my desk, and then I went nah. So I don't know what that means for me. Everyone have a good Labor Day. Yeah. I love Labor Day, but there's one thing I always hate about it, because right after Labor Day, everyone just starts going, summer's over, into summer. This is it. Did you guys go outside today? Feel like summer's over? Summer's not over until the autumnal equinox, which has equal length day and night, and then it
This is from a long time
starts
ago.
getting longer nights, shorter days. Motherfuckers got an Equinox membership, they don't know what it is.
Stupid.
Summer's
Stupid.
cool though, because it's like you never see more butts than swamp ass, you know? It's like it's cool. J-Lo and Ben Affleck broke up, made me feel really old because it happened before. I think there. I don't really know the joke here yet, but I do think there's some cosmic thing going on between Puerto Rican chicks and white guys from Boston.
This is true. This is true. The energy is similar. I don't know really how to word it, but there, if everything's like if you're looking at if things go to Matrix vision and you're just seeing the green things, a white guy from Boston and a Puerto Rican chick, they would look exactly the same in the Matrix vision. If you had the Matrix vision,
I think they're on the same level. I was trying to figure out what went wrong, and then I looked at Ben Affleck's Wikipedia page. I couldn't really find much, but then I found out on J-Lo's, she's a middle child. Like, who here is a middle child? Yeah, see, exactly who you think.
that's so funny, but that's really mean.
It's kind of mean, I don't know. I think it's time that Israel recognizes a free Palestine. All right? Yeah. What else are they going to do? Pay retail?
Mean joke.
There are too many dogs in the Silver Lake Meadow. There are too many dogs in the Silver Lake Meadow.
I did this in Covina?
Covina, I know you're worried about this. There are 2 dog parks in Silver Lake, right next to the meadow. They're not supposed to be in the meadow, they have little signs. So whenever I see a dog there, I like to go to the owner and go, oh my God, so cute. Can I pet it? And I get down and go, you're not supposed to fucking be here. And I am, the signs are coming. I got custom signs made that say dogs will be shot. With a clip on it, a little happy dog, and then like a soldier with a rifle. So I'm gonna put those up. Thank you guys very much for the rest of the night. Nice having you, baby.
I'm not gonna lie, I kind of like that as a show. That was kind of, because I did need to do that, and I got basically, I mean, there's a lot, but just because they're in the Yes Pile doesn't mean they're good and will do well. But people laughed at them at open mics. People laughed at them at open mics multiple times. When I really, really was doing this and didn't, the thing that sucks about comedy for me, it's like, it is that thing where it's like, the worse your life is doing, I think the better you are at comedy and the more you kind of give to it, because you just don't have anything else to do. And you really, like, especially for stand-up, it's like you just got to do it every night. It's just so, I mean, and I'm just getting older, but I have to work hard to sustain this lifestyle that I have that I don't even really get to enjoy anymore because I'm just working and then trying to do stuff like this. But I had a good time. I hope you did too. Hey, use this as an excuse to listen to one of those tapes of yours. Work on your jokes. Keep going. Thanks for listening. This might be a regular thing. I mean, I also like doing the topical thing, looking at jokes. I like finding stuff for you guys. I do want to do more stuff where it's like I dive in on something. I also found some stuff, like some source material, whatever you use. I found some stuff in the wild that I kind of want to just literally go through. But thank you guys for bearing with me on this. I needed it. I hope this worked. Thanks for listening, finding my audience. Buy my album, ran through, check out my links, follow me, whatever. Have a good time in the comments. I'll see you in the funny papers.